Hello, folks. Greetings to everyone. You're welcome to the JMA Connections. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of November, 2025. I'm delighted to be back here for us to make a quick recap of what has transpired in the past 24 hours with the situation in our noisy neighbors' house, and of course, what is going on too in the southern Cameroons. In the meantime. So it has come to pass that the 48-hour ultimatum handed down by Issa Tchiroma Bakari has passed, and that 48-hour has expired. And this means, therefore, that all eyes are now turned towards Issa Chiruma Bakari as people await. People want to know exactly what will be the next plan of action. It's also worthy of notice that within that ultimatum, within the period, within those 48 hours, the Paul Biya administration has at least made some moves. Some 60 young people were released in Gaundere, although uh, the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paula Tanganji, found pretext quickly to explain that by saying that the release came as a result of the parents and guardians of the young people involved apologizing, uh, agreeing to take an undertaking that those young people will not return to the streets. And so that was the pretext used, that was the excuse used. But over in Garua, where Mr. Atanga Polji also went, there was no such release. On the contrary, I have received reports that we are continuing to see targeted arrests, targeted, kidnapping of people here and there. The manhunt for members of the family of Issa Chiruma Bakari is continuing seriously and unabated, and enforced disappearances appear to continue to be the order of the day. But most notably, there is a purge now, a serious purge ongoing within the armed forces of La République du Cameroun. And in some cases, we are even told that some of them are likely just not going to be, transferred punitively. Some will even be totally disappeared. And there are reports, persistent reports, that I made a lot of calls in Yaoundé today to get confirmation from independent sources regarding the death of a young military officer. Initially, the report indicated that it was suicide, that he decided to throw himself down from, a very high building because he said he was dissatisfied and disappointed with a lot of things, going on, in his core. He was not happy with his working conditions, and so he decided to end his life. But there have been concordant reports indicating that that was untrue, that it was not a suicide, that he was actually killed before being thrown, down from that height. And so the posture taken, throwing down that corpse, that body, and then claiming that it was suicide, was simply to veil, to cover up for a malaise that is really very strong. So indications that this gentleman was like someone very, very and almost openly sympathetic to Issa Chiruma Bakari and his cause for, continuous resistance against the Biya regime, or resistance to the Biya regime, should be the reason for his death. Some of the people within the military that I spoke to, and with knowledge of exactly what happened, let me know that this military officer had his communications listened to, and that is obvious that they did not like the kind of things that they really thought they heard him, talking about, and so they got him for an interrogation. And after a lot of series of informal interrogations, apparently he refused. He did not want to, give out any information about or any other person involved in any form of planning for resistance with him. And so, so quickly a pretext was found to kind of end him up. That is information that I got. I should say that I got about two or three sources that said about the same thing. I will say why going away with this with this right now. I'm convinced that there is much more that we will be getting regarding that particular situation, and so the search for further information on that situation is on. But why do I bring it here? Just so that our people know that, as a matter of fact, there is already a purge going on. You recall that there is this young constable of southern Cameroon's extraction, Mr. Ebon, who in Ngaoundere, this is a police constable. That's really the lowest rank in Ngaoundere. Simply congratulated Issa Tchiroma Bakari. Simply made that statement, congratulated Issa Tchiroma Bakari. Until this day, that's over 2 weeks today, he has been disappeared. No one knows exactly where he is. No one knows whether he is still just in detention, whether he is still being seriously tortured, or he has even already been killed. And the complaint that the system is giving is that people in uniform are not supposed to be involved in politics. That they are supposed to be absolutely apolitical and serve the regime in power. But at the same time, I have spoken about it here before. There is this police superintendent who is overtly in CPDM uniform and even went ahead to publish his picture on Facebook in CPDM uniform. He is of the Bulu Ekang Beti ethnic group. He is loitering in Yaoundé, free. No one has caught him for questioning. No one has told him anything. So this tells you that, yes, there are laws. The laws exist, but the laws are for a certain class of people. If you broke the law in favor of Paul Biya, you are a patriot. If you happen to say one or two things that are against that particular law and it is not for Paul Biya, you are a criminal. This is exactly what has bedeviled the entire community. Now, with respect to the demonstrations that were called for this Wednesday, I learned that at the last minute, the organizers had actually screeched on the brake pedals and decided to hold on and try to do some other kind of planning, although a lot of publicity was not done about that. Reason I got reports that there were some demonstrations in the city of Garwa in the north this Wednesday. There might have been some little skirmishes in some pockets of areas in Douala, but generally there appears to have been calmed. There appears to have been calm. In the rest of the country, shy of the incidents in Bana, not Bana, in Banja, that is in the west region, in the Opan Kam division of the west region. The headquarters of the Opan Kam is Bafang, and I saw initial reports that there were some activities too in Bafang this Wednesday, but I've not independently confirmed those. Although I saw images, but these days sometimes you have those images recycled. People anxious to see things happening, so they just send them out back. That's why I usually take time to absolutely confirm with people on the ground in the various localities to be sure that something actually happened, that something really did happen before coming to talk about it here. But that said, the calm that is existing, even especially in the city of Yaoundé, remains extremely precarious, very uneasy. I've just been seeing a lot of reports from various organizations that had meetings planned for this November, planned for December. A lot of those meetings are getting cancellations and being carried forward to early next year, some even to dates yet to be announced. An indication that the tension which appears to which the authorities will point to indicate that is inexistent because there is some kind of calm. That tension is still there. It's not really simmered. The calm is absolutely uneasy, and at the same time, Although transportation of interurban vehicles has resumed, in the southern part of the country, those trucks that transport goods from the northern parts down south have still not fully resumed. And so prices of goods have continued to skyrocket, to unacceptable levels in Yaoundé and Douala. And this is a situation that is likely going to worsen. If nothing is done in the short run, the situation is likely going to worsen. And so I'm using this opportunity to say this brushing over is like to say today at least there was not so much heat, but the new call that has come now is for demonstrations to happen on Saturday. um I hope that, or that I'm still watching very closely to see what clear development will go, or what energy will be put in to ensure that there will be demonstrations on Saturday in terms of itinerary, of beginning, how the people will be expected to demonstrate, where they are expected to gather, and all of those. Frankly speaking, the people of the Republic of Cameroon are actually trying to fine tune their strategy. Obviously, they expected that Mr. Paul Biya and his system were going to steal the elections, but I think they were not ready on exactly how they were going to respond, how they were going to react, how they were going to answer. We have heard about initiatives like legitimate self-defense groups that will be created here and there, but I've already seen, or some say that they have already been created. I've seen some social media activists of the Republic of Cameroon already denouncing that move, claiming that such a move is simply meant to provide a pretext for Mr. Paul Biya's talks, for the armed forces, for the forces of lawlessness and disorder to go out there, target some people, and start, massacring people on grounds that they were, members of such groups which perhaps are not even yet in existence. So you see, those discordant voices at that level should indicate that these guys are still trying to, fine tune their strategy. While all of that is happening, don't forget that there was that announcement that beginning Monday they will be demonstrating, or they will be shutting down Monday through Thursday, and only have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for people to go out there and restock. Monitor this too very carefully. We will also be monitoring it very carefully to ensure that we are having the right information, and that our people are getting the right guidelines on how to operate. And over in the southern Cameroons, very clearly the guideline remains the same. We just have our country Sundays. That's how we really call it in southern Cameroons, in Ambazonia. The Monday ghost towns, and those will be the only days where people will stay home to continue to show the rest of the world that we don't want to have any business with La République du Cameroun. And from Tuesdays until Sunday will be normal activities. While on the other side, we will see what we are seeing. The rest of the world will also be seeing this contrast and be able to make meaning out of this contrast. How Southern Cameroonians responding to the situation in the Republic of Cameroon? There are a lot of strategic meetings taking place. There are a lot of discussions underway, and those who are on the ground, who have been looking forward to this moment for a long time, are also working very hard to see exactly how to respond. And of course, those ones do not constitute issues that will be discussed on social media. I guess at that level, what the people are going to just be seeing, or what the people will witness, would definitely be just action. Now, there are some institutional reforms being floated in the parliament of the Republic of Cameroon. I will come back to those tomorrow. This Thursday, I will come back to those. It will be a late evening edition where we will look at the proposals that they are making for reform in the electoral code. We will make meaning out of those changes that have been proposed together, and also help everyone to see exactly the hollowness, because the intention at the end of the day is not reform. The intention at the end of the day is to distract from what is happening right now. And so I want to end here very quickly because this was just a kind of brushing to make sure that we are staying abreast with exactly what is happening, and also to ensure that we are knowing how to plan our activities, plan our movements, and also, what kind of measures to take when the situation becomes worse. Thank you very much for your very kind attention. If you already subscribed to the JMA Connection, go ahead and personalize. If not, go ahead right now and click on the subscribe button so that you will stay abreast with everything that is going on, because as the news breaks, we will be here to make meaning out of it. Thank you very much for your very kind attention.